Hi, YouTube. Hi. I'm sorry I didn't do any videos for Christmas or New Year's. Um, I just wasn't in a good spirit about doing Christmas videos or um my birthday is New Year's Eve and I really wasn't in a big woo-ha about that. I had got this new phone that I'm on right now, and my family put their money together and bought me a decent phone. Um, and they gave me $50 gift card and $100 for my birthday, so I'm thankful for that. My son got a lot of stuff. I was able to scrape up money to get him some things, but my main thing that I wanted to come on here and talk about was I for months now I had been watching this family and they was blogging, they do blogs. That's the topic of their videos is just do a daily blog and or a vlog. So my thing, I can't get into doing just blogs. I can sit down and do a video, but I can't just do a blog. It's like boring to me because my life is not the spectacular life. I go to work and come home. I don't really get out and do a whole lot, like, don't go shopping and I don't coupon, and I probably need to, but I just live my day-to-day life like a normal person. I don't do anything spectacular. To me, it's just boring because why would you want to see me lay in bed all half the day, then I get up, put my clothes on and go to work. And when my son has school, I get up, I take him to school. I might stop by my job once a week to drop off my work paper. And when I go to work, I go sit with my client, and my client is my sister because I'm a personal caregiver. But until I have like this spectacular life I'm going, like going out to eat, going to restaurants, I have somebody who offered to take me, but I always been a homebody. I mean, I can hang out with my homegirls if I have one, but I really never really was big on just going out to eat every day and getting out the house every single day, because I always thought that was money being spent that you don't have to spend. You can just chill at home. I mean, me, I'm a TV girl. That's why I watch so much YouTube and stuff. But it's some things I just wanted to talk about. Y'all see my forehead? Y'all, I had one little scratch in my forehead. Now my whole forehead look a hot mess. I don't care that y'all see me looking a mess. I don't have to come on here with a face full of makeup. I'm not bashing nobody who do. I'm just letting y'all know I'm be me. I never wore makeup all the time. My face is getting fat. Yeah. But I just wanted to come on here because I wanted y'all to see. Hold on, I'm gonna be right back. You see? Oh, I ain't want y'all to see my junk. My just a stay junkie. Ooh. Wow, I ain't want y'all to see my junkiness. But um I had just I had just wanted y'all to see my room. I ain't want y'all to see all my junk and stuff. I mean, I don't have a lot of storage place to put a lot of stuff. I try not to keep the medicines in my sunroom. My son is on allergy medicine, eczema medicine. Um, so I wanted y'all to be able to see my room and stuff. It's a little junky in here. I could probably clean up a little more, but the point was I wanted y'all to see, like, I live in the low income and I see this family when they blog all the time. They always was blogging their life, blogging their couponing, and they have moved out of the low income because that's where they was living. And the last blog that they did was the one where they were, or the last one I seen. The last one I was just watching was they did one where they had to go back and make sure the apartment was clean, because you know how any apartment, the landlord gonna come and inspect, and if you still got stuff in there, they gonna charge you just to remove whatever it is to remove. They gonna charge you to remove that. You can say it's just piece of paper on the floor. They gonna charge you to remove that piece of paper off that floor. So regardless, whether it's $20, $10, $15, that's money off your deposit you're not gonna get back, depending on what your deposit is. When you don't have a job, your deposit usually $50, but usually that don't cover, trash fees. They be trying to charge a lot for trash. The girl that lived in my apartment before me, she was charged $300 and some just to remove boxes, and I'm assuming these were empty boxes, because I'm sure she didn't have nothing in there. And they say she didn't live in there long, that she didn't live in here long. I think she had just got an apartment because she needed her own place to stay. She might have need, sometimes you just need an address. Like, you might need something with your name on it, saying that this is my place, this is my residence. Because depending on what you're going through, your situation, you might have to have your own residence. And she probably got it just to have an address, a physical lease with her name on it. And she didn't stay long. They gave her an eviction notice saying that after 60 days of not being seen, because we have cameras here at our apartment complex. We have, it's a camera right here, out here on this pole right here, and then it's another camera on another light pole somewhere. I can't really on the top of my head remember it. And then there's one on the side of the landlord office building. It's one on the side of her building. And so I know when you go in her office and you look at the screen, it shows you 4 different areas of the apartment, and pretty much she can click in and zoom in to any spot that she wants to and watch, and just watch. And she can do it she can tap into that from her phone and just watch. See what's going on, what ain't going on. So when she's at home on the weekend and not here, and when she's not, she only come like 2 to 3 days a week, and when she's not here, she can always tap in and look and see who doing what, when, how, well. And most people don't know that. Most people think that I can get away with this, that, and the third, and I guess she figured she could get away with it. Get away with not being at her apartment at all. You still have to show up. She wasn't checking her mailbox. She wasn't nothing. Because I went to the mailbox and she had a world of mail in the box. We have like a little box where you can put return mail, and I would put her mail to be returned. But for a minute, she had mail still coming and coming. Her and her, I guess it was her son, some of her mail was open, and that's how I knew she got an eviction, because they sent the eviction to her mailbox. You already know she ain't at the apartment, so what you think, she just coming to the mailbox? So they must have caught her on camera at the mailbox a couple of times or something, but it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough, cause she wasn't at that mailbox that much. So y'all, I just wanted to come on here and just, tell y'all my pros and cons of living in low income. When I say a con would be living in the low income. Yes. You have privacy, but you don't have much privacy. Why I say that is because they do inspections. And basically they telling you how to live. They have 99 rules, literally 99 plus rules. And you have to abide by them. Like when y'all showed y'all my window, it had white curtains. We supposed to have curtains with white backings on it. I know some people get away with having beige curtains or, light color curtains. But we supposed to have white curtains or either curtains with a white backing on it. In my living room, those curtains, they have a sheer white curtain that go in the middle. So I get away with the back of my curtains not being completely white. The old-fashioned curtains where they have the white blackout thing on it. That's what we supposed to put up to our windows. We supposed to keep our blinds closed at all times. We can't have plug-ins like air freshener plug-ins. We can't use them. We can't keep our chargers plugged up unless something is charging. We don't have lights in the ceiling. As you see, there's no light in the ceiling nowhere. I'm moving the camera around. You see the ceiling? There's no light at all. There's a smoke detector, fire alarm, but there's no light at all. See, there go my curtains. There go my closet door. My closet door is that black spot behind the TV. Then my door to come in my room, you don't see no light in the ceiling. We have to buy lamps like that, or whatever kind of lamp you want. I have no doors on none of my closets. Some apartments do, some apartments don't. They said that it's not in the rules that HUD gives them, or rental assistant, whichever one people live in, rental assistant or HUD, is not in they rules that it's a must to have closet doors. So if your apartment don't have it, they don't put them in. When these apartments got renovated, a lot of apartments did get closet doors. A lot of the apartments did get closet doors, but mine never got renovated, because what it was is what they was gonna do at first is they was gonna move people around to be able to get their apartment renovated. Once their apartment got renovated, they was gonna move them back. The USDA, because they was under they wasn't under HUD at the time, so they wasn't Section 8. When you get rental assistance under Section 8 here in South Carolina, that's under HUD, and they weren't under HUD. They was under the USDA to get their rental assistance. And the way the USDA said it when they got the renovation loan from the USDA, because these apartments was already under the USDA, and they wanted to keep them under rental assistance until they was able to, I guess, figure out which one was best, HUD or rental assistance. HUD or the USDA. And so they went on ahead and got a loan to renovate as well, because they bought these apartments before they went into foreclosure. Anybody know anything about foreclosure? That means the people who own it finna lose it, and they ain't. If they get sold, they're not gonna sell for market value, and they definitely weren't gonna get no money back from it. So they tried to hurry up and sell it before they lost it. It's just like if you can't pay your mortgage company might put your house into foreclosure. Where the same goes for an apartment complex. You can't pay your mortgage, it's going into foreclosure, and the mortgage company will take your apartments away from you. So they tried to sell it so they could pay off their mortgage, and they won't have foreclosure on their record, because they also had other apartments that they had to deal with. That company had more than one, had other sets of apartments as well. This company has other sets of apartments too, but they went on here and bought it out of, before it got into foreclosure. They gave them a voucher, and the voucher was to move. You couldn't use the voucher to stay. You had to use the voucher to move. Now that they no longer under the USDA, they probably could use that voucher to stay. If somebody come with a voucher, they probably could use that voucher to stay. But because they was under the USDA at the time, they could not use a USDA voucher to stay. Now, they probably could have used a USDA voucher to go to another apartment complex, but not use that same voucher to stay at the apartment complex that the department gave you. At first, they was thinking they could, because they was debating on whether they was gonna make the apartments they was debating on whether they was gonna make the apartments full rent and just drop, but they needed the loan to renovate, so they had to keep the rental assistant. And so when they decided that they was gonna keep their rental assistant, and they had to go with, so in order to keep the rental assistant, they kept it with the USDA, got the loan that they needed, and once they used all their loan money, they dipped on the USDA. I don't know whether they paying them back their money or not, but I know they dipped on them. They went to HUD, and now they with HUD. But like I said, there's so many rules. You can't stand outside. Like if you outside, you must be sitting down in your chair. You can't have, like, just say, how you have company over and your company comes, sit outside with you. You're not supposed to do that. Your company not supposed to stand outside with you. You're supposed to have your company in your house at all times. If your kids are outside, you must be outside with your kids at all times. Your kids ain't supposed to have, mind you now, you're supposed to have company outside. So your kids ain't supposed to have friends come over and be outside. So there's no playground. They took down what was left of the playground. We thought that they was gonna put up something else. No, they took that down. And so there's no place. First they gonna say only allow the kids to play in the playground, but there's no playground. So where do you want our kids to play? They was playing in front of my building, because my building is mainly the only building that has like a little yard in the front, and on the side of it has a little yard, but it's not really a little yard on the side. It's mainly like sidewalk with a little grass on both sides, with a little teeny patch of grass on both sides. When I say it's not really a yard on the side, but the kids still play over there. They play football over there, but they were saying that that's too close to the road for their comfort. Put up a fence it off back there. Other apartment complexes done did it. They fenced it off knowing they was right there at the road. They went like up on the road, but they was right there at the road. They fenced it off. Fence it off. They don't want to spend the money to get a fence to fence it off, so that these kids can be safe. They don't want them playing outside in the yard outside. And they don't, they wanted them to play over here on the side near the woods in the little playground area, but there was nowhere to play. I mean, it wasn't nothing but a slide, like 2 little slides. You took them down, so where is there for our kids to play? Nowhere. So where you think our kids gonna do when summertime come back around and all these parents got all these kids? Because that's the whole point of having a 2, 3, 4, 5 bedroom apartments, because you got all these kids. The one in the studio and one bedroom, they don't have that many kids. It might be one kid to that whole apartment. But even still, what is people supposed to do with their kids? Everybody don't have a car to go to the park. So, I mean, like I said, it's a lot of cons to living here. But the pro is our rent is cheap for the amount of money that we make around here. Because you can't make over $30,000. Can't make over $30-some thousand. And if you make like even $20-some thousand, you paying the max. You paying the max. And even when I do have a job making a little bit more money than I'm making now, my rent go up to like maybe 2 or 3. But my rent ain't never been no more than 2 or 3, because I don't make a whole lot of money. Like, most of the time I get jobs making minimum wage or $8. It's not because of the fact that them are the jobs I look for. Those are the jobs I qualify for a majority of the time. And I had 3 jobs at one time, and my rent still wasn't, but my rent was like $200 and some with 3 jobs. Something done beat me. And let me talk about that. We have bugs and they spray. And the man only sprayed the baseboards. Why are you only spraying the baseboards? Our cabinets don't go up to the top in our kitchen. Why are you not spraying that? Why are you not spraying up there? You're not getting rid of these roaches we have. You spray the kitchen baseboards, you spray the bathroom baseboards, you spray nowhere else. You don't spray no other baseboards, you don't spray in the vents, you don't put nothing in the vents. You really just, all you do is spray baseboards. And you go. You spray kitchen and bathroom baseboards and you go. They blame us when the bugs are out of control. They said that we have an infestation in our apartment. That's on us. They charge us for that. Talking about we shouldn't have infestation. I know some people, yeah, when you super nasty, the bugs will get out of control. But when you're clean, they minimize themselves. But we really can't control these bugs. I might see 1 or 2. Like this week I had, this week, maybe last week I hadn't seen any. But most of the time I see 1, 2 a day now. Lately I've been seeing 1 or 2 a day. My neighbor next door, she hadn't been home. So mainly all the bugs come over here. But when she's home, my bugs are to a minimum. And she been home lately, so my bugs have been like to a minimum. And I came home. It was a car sitting in the parking lot. They had the police tape around it. And even when it had police tape around the car had been shot at in the front windshield. A few weeks back, I'm sitting in my bedroom. All I heard was pow, pow, pow. I look out the window, which is crazy. You might say, why the world is you looking out the window? But I look out the window and I see somebody running for their dear life. Like just they running and they get in their vehicle and they sped off. Next thing I know, I see another person come running out of the building. And then the building next door to mine. And they running for dear life. They get in their vehicle. They don't sped. They don't, they don't take off like they racing. And then they pull up behind all the cars in front of my building. And they stop. And then next thing I know, I seen somebody come out carrying a body. And they putting it in the car. And the police showed up. He was checking to make sure there were no gun shells nowhere. It was no signs of. He was checking to make sure there wasn't no signs of anybody being shot. He walked around to the backside. But he didn't walk to the building that they was at. And no ambulance showed up. And then I guess because he came first to see what was going on, and because of the fact that it was no actual body in the parking lot or nothing, they didn't need no ambulance. But I don't know what happened to the person. I don't know. It was all over Facebook. It was. And y'all, guess who called the police? I was not sitting in my apartment and nobody was doing nothing. These people came outside when the police came. When y'all was in the building and y'all heard it. But y'all was the main ones out y'all door trying to see what was going on. I'm looking out the window and they out their door seeing what's going on. Now y'all know y'all heard that gunshot just like I did. I called the police, and this is before I seen the person jump in the car. I just seen the person run out with a body. I'm on the phone with the police telling them somebody been shot. That they carrying somebody in the parking lot. Next thing I know, they get in the car and sped out. And before I could tell the woman they done pulled off, they probably gone to the hospital. She was like, okay, we're going to dispatch a policeman and ambulance, and hung up on me. I mean, she was like quick about that thing and hung up. And so I did what I thought was best. Now, some people might say, well, you should have mind your business. Now, I got into that. I didn't get into that. To me, that's not getting into that. That's just making sure a person okay. Because you never know. That person might come back. And he might shoot up the rest of the apartment complex. I don't know who child that was. I don't know who sister, brother, cousin that was. They got shot. I don't know. I mean, it looked like a girl, but I couldn't tell. Might have been a dude. But it was late at night, and I just think that that's a con. That's a big con right here. To know that the building right next to you, somebody got shot. So that means a bullet could have came flying right on in, because my bedroom is on that end, like close to that building. It's not on the end close to the wood side. I'm close to that building side. So when that building got shot at, that bullet could have came from that building to my building and landed in my bedroom and killed me. It could have killed me. Or my neighbor, her bedroom is right up under mine, and she said her daughter sleep with her majority of the time. It could have killed her daughter. That's the thing that I'm trying to say. That's why I say it's a con. Even though most people say if you stay in your house, you mind your business, nothing gonna happen to you. That's not necessarily so. At night, if I come home at night, I'm trying to hurry up and get us out the car to go in my apartment, because I don't know what's going on. Even though the person who got shot in their car at in the daytime. But imagine what can happen at night. And around here in South Carolina, most low incomes are known to be notorious for that. Shooting and gang banging and all that drug dealing and stuff. And she trying to keep my landlord is trying to keep all that down, but she's not doing a very good job of that because she's barely here. She's only here 2-3 days a week. She's not here 5 days a week and off on the weekend. She's only here 3 days, mainly, sometimes 1 day a week. Depending on how she feels like it. Sometimes it's 1 day a week. I guess she feel like she don't have to be here when she got cameras. But what can you do from your house and you looking on the camera? What can you do? You can call the police like everybody else. But you're not stopping anything. You're not controlling anything. And when you're here and you see stuff go on, you don't come out your office and tell the kids what they need to do. You don't go tell the kids, oh, y'all know y'all not supposed to be playing out here, right here. So why are y'all back here playing? Or y'all know y'all not supposed to be doing this, why y'all doing it? I said, we're not supposed to have chairs sitting outside our building. We're not supposed to have shoes and trash sitting outside our front door. People do it. She come put notes on the door, but they still do it. She don't penalize them for doing that stuff. She want to penalize the whole entire building. That's just like when the plumber had to come to unclog some of the pipes or whatever. They had found some tampons, which I don't use tampons. I use pads. They use condoms. They put condoms down the toilet. I can't tell y'all the last time I used one of them, cause I ain't been really needing to use one. So, I mean, then they was saying somebody put grease down the sink. Who knows not to put grease down the sink? Because when that grease get cold, it's going to turn into that thick white stuff. Not all grease. Like if you use lard, it'll turn back white after a while. It'll be thick and white. Once it get cold, like it'll be that thick white cookie mess. Most of the time, cooking oil, it stay oily. But y'all ever cook some in that white film? When you put it in the refrigerator, that white film gets on. That's because it's got grease or oil in it. It's got animal fat in it. If you pull that off, before you put your food in the refrigerator, if you pull that off and then put it in a Tupperware bowl and put it in the refrigerator, when you pull that off, supposed to pull that down, even if you got a garbage disposal or whatever, you're supposed to pull that in the trash. Get you a couple little grocery bags, like about 3 or 4 and pour it down in the bags. Like you say, double up the bag. Like take the bags and quadruple them up. Put one in, then put the third one in, the fourth one in, and then pour the grease in the bag. Even with food, if you got a garbage disposal and you got a septic tank, don't put food down in your septic tank. Don't put food in your septic tank. Because you'll have to have the man come out there and clean out your septic tank more often than you would if you didn't put food down your septic tank, especially like rice. Because some foods don't break down. And most people are like, oh, I can get Rid-X. And the Rid-X will go in there, them enzymes in the Rid-X will go in there and eat some of that food up. All it's doing is breaking down the toilet paper, and if your children accidentally put paper towel down the toilet, it's gonna break that up. And it might break up some of the bowel that did not break up as it was flushing down the toilet. But my point is, we can't use Rid-X. That ain't gonna do us no good. So we can't put food down the sink. We can't put grease down the sink. Most people know that. We don't have septic tanks we don't have garbage disposal. And I know we don't have a septic tank. That's why I be saying when the plumbing get clogged up. And she tried to blame everybody for that. Talking about if nobody gonna own up to it, then why would they own up to it? Clearly you know they not gonna own up to it. When that plumber went to unclog them pipes, he should have known where it was coming from. Because who was complaining about their pipes clogged up? I wasn't complaining about my pipes clogged up, so you know it wasn't me. So which apartment was complaining about their pipes being clogged up? Blame them for it. Because it's probably something they doing. And like I said, for the condom thing, it ain't but it wasn't but 2 people who had a man in this whole building. It was 2 people who had a man living with them in the whole building. All of us females, so anybody could have put a tampon in the toilet. But I don't use tampons. And I ain't got to lie about not using a tampon. That's just something I ain't never used. I don't like stuff stuck up in me all day long. Once sex over with, I'm done. I want to be done with having something stuck up in me. I don't want nothing stuck up in me. I got to walk around with something stuck up in me. I don't like that feeling all day. It's different when you having sex to nasty, goopy, sticky tampon that's swelling up. The more you leaking on it. It's I don't know, but like I was just saying, not to drag it along too far, but it's just that it's a lot of cons in living in low. When people who used to living nice have to go live in the low, they really don't want to live in low income. And they usually don't. They usually go to their family members and try to get their family to help them, have something better. And that's the way my mama wanted for me. They was just like, okay, we'll help you get a house if you go and get a decent job. But when I went and got a job, I had to get what I could take. And so they was like, well, if you take that job, we're not going to help you get a house. And I was like, I wasn't banking on that job to get no house. You weren't going to stick me with a $400-500 house payment or $500-700 house payment. And I couldn't afford. So I did what I had to do. She did not want me to move over here. She was like, oh, get this other low income apartment. But I couldn't make them give me an apartment at the time. And she just called me during tax time to see if I was still looking for an apartment. Which my name was supposed to be off the waiting list. Because I never turned in the paper to keep my name on the waiting list. They sent me a letter in the mail to see if I wanted my name on the waiting list. And I never turned the letter back in. Then by the time a 2-bedroom came available, she offered it to me. And I told her no thank you. Because I didn't have it was right after tax. It was right before tax time. In 2018, it was like around this time. I ain't had the money to go and move to no whole nother apartment. I would have to pay out my light bill. Then I would have to give her a deposit. And I would have to pay first month rent. And I know she wasn't going to wait till I got no income tax to do all that. So I'm like thinking to myself that I just did not have the money to do that. I did not have the money. And because I didn't have the money, I decided not to move over there, which it would have been nowhere from where I live, and I didn't see the point of moving over there when I already live here, and I just didn't want to keep bouncing from low income to low income. I want to be able to move up into something nicer, even if I get a rental home or something, just something nicer. I want a house, and my son's father keep hollering. If he had the money, he'll help me move in the house. He don't know what my budget look like because he don't know what my money is. I'm not going off on his money when he only want to give $40 a month. I don't complain. I don't complain to him and I don't complain about him, but I'm just saying that I'm not depending on nobody else's money to go live somewhere. So that's not nothing I want to do. And I'm going to make this video a little shorter. It's getting to the point where it's almost 40 minutes. I want to tell y'all, like, comment, and subscribe to my videos, please. I know it's people been watching my videos, but they haven't been subscribing. And I just wanted to come on here and I know I didn't talk about a lot of because it's not a lot of pros of living in the low income. Now, if this is a move you about to make, I would say go to the apartment complex. See if there's somewhere you want to move to. Ask for rules and regulations. Even go talk to some of the tenants that already live there and ask what the environment is like. If you're afraid to do that, then just look it up. Google the apartment complex and see if anything negative come up about that apartment complex. See how long the apartment complex been there and see if you can look in somebody else's apartment and see what their apartment look like. It's not no guarantee that your apartment gonna look like that, but it's more of a guarantee. It's a more of an estimation of what your apartment could look like. And just look at the area that the apartment is in. If those apartments are in a real bad area, you might want to choose not. My apartment's not in a real bad area. My apartment complex, it's not in a bad area. It's not in the bad area of town. The bad area of town really doesn't have an apartment complex. So, but my point for saying is just notice your surroundings when you're driving to these apartments to fill out these applications. Just be careful and set you a goal, set you a limit. I had set a goal, but because of my money situation did change, I changed my goal to next year. And my goal for next year is if I can't move into at least a rental house, I want to be able to at least move into a better apartment. And I would try to block that when the time comes. If my goal changes, I would let y'all know. I might even give y'all a tour of my apartment at one point in time. At some point in time, but not right now. I just wanted to get on here and talk about that. And for the people who know TNK, go watch their videos And let me tell y'all something. For y'all who watch TNK and y'all watch TNK cuisines and treats and stuff, y'all watch TNK Squad and y'all watch TNK cuisines and treats and stuff. Y'all got to realize they actually live in a country, what y'all call a country bucking place. And they really don't have nothing but local seafood places. A lot of mom and pop seafood places. They don't really have a whole lot of like franchise restaurants. And that's the same as here. That's why I chose not to make my channel uh which I'm like I said, I wasn't big on people watching me eat, no way. But I didn't want to make my channel. Like I said, we had Subway and Pizza Hut. They have Subway and Papa John's. But if it's something that y'all really want to see that they done told y'all that they couldn't get or they didn't have in the area, I'll see if I have it in my area. Either I can send it to them since they're not that far away from me and it probably cost me like $15-$20 to send them. It probably won't even cost me that much. I mean, I sent a big old box to somebody, and the reason why I sent it to them because I knew I wasn't gonna drive no hour to take them this box. So I think TNK probably like they probably live about 2 hours away from me. So I'll send them a box. It'll be cheaper for me to send it, or whatever. Just let me know what it is y'all um want my opinion on. If y'all want me to react on anything, let me know. I do have a reaction app. I can do reactions. Like I said, like, comment, and subscribe. And I will catch y'all on the next video.